Hello, sophomores. This is Mr. Weber, and I'm going to take you through your lesson on resume building. So, first, we're going to do is get into Xello, and just in case you guys have forgotten, which can happen, I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. So, here's my Office 365. When you come in, you're going to go over here. When you open up 365, click the, I don't know, I call it a waffle, but the little square dots there. And then you're going to scroll down and hit Xello Students. And that's what's going to open up for you. If it doesn't show up here, hit All Apps and it'll give you a whole list of them. And it should be down towards the bottom. So yours should be Xello Students and it should automatically sign you in to Xello. So once you're in, your page should look like this. Now, if you've completed the All About Me section last year, you should have all these checks. So you should be good to go. You will notice that these lessons on the left-hand side are lessons that you will need to complete this year. And hopefully you've started that today and you've finished some of those. The big one being this 10th grade graduation plan and ICAP review. That's just kind of planning out your year, your time here at Cascade and what classes you're going to take and how things have been going. But a lot of these are great things as you start to continue on in education and understanding what you want to do with life. And that's really what Xello is about. It's about you. You are the product. You are the number one. So everything you put into this is for you. It's not for anybody else. And it's to help you figure out what career is best for you, what college is best for you, if that's the route, whatever it is. So what you put into this is what you're going to get out of it. So today we're asking you to go through and build a little resume, and Xello does everything for you. It's actually quite slick. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the About Me section. You can either click here or up here, and that's going to take you to like your kind of snapshot of everything that you have done so far in Xello. It's going to have your name, it's going to have your grade, it's going to show the career matches that are best for you. It's also going to show some of these things like if you've done the personality styles, the learning styles, the skills lab, if you've done those, it'll show there. It'll have some things about after high school, what you want to do, your favorite career cluster, which in case you don't know, some clusters are kind of connected together based off of things that they do similar. And then you'll see the resume. If you scroll further down, you'll see these experiences, these skills and interest areas, places you were born, whatever. So this stuff you can fill in and maybe you have to fill in during certain times. For the resume today, if you don't have some of this stuff, it will have you do that. So you can go right over here to the resume. You're going to hit update. The first thing it's going to do is it's going to kind of give you a prompt about a layout. So you can choose your layout for, if I click on layout here, you can choose what goes where in your resume. But for the time being for today, like just leave it as is. You don't need to worry about that. So what you hit is done. Over here, you can hit done. It's just going to give you some tips. You can find helpful materials on each page. So if I hit done here, don't hit done because that means get out. But if you can click that thing, it'll go away. Tips and samples, this will pop up right away. It's going to talk about what a resume is, what a resume is used for, what if you don't have any experiences, what else should I consider, and like a couple things. So this is just good stuff to know. But as you go into building your resume, you're going to see it's just going to prompt you as you go through it all. So my name's up there. Let the employer know where to reach you. I'm going to click on add contact information. If I do that, it's going to tell you do and say don't use silly or rude email addresses. So if you have like an inappropriate email address, maybe choose to make a new one or do something different. So it's going to give you these samples of things to do that will help you. So right now you put your name in, put a phone number, put a good email address, where you live, all that, and you can update it. So if I just put in these emails here, I'm just going to make up ones that I've made up before. We'll say we're from Piasta and Iowa, and we're just going to throw in some random zip codes. Okay, so update that. You show it up there. And now I'm going to add in objectives, like what kind of things you value, what are important stuff. So it's going to ask you for these, like highlight 2 or 3 of your top skills, tailoring the objective to the job you're applying for. So if you're applying for a manufacturing job, your top skills is being able to work on your own, and a self-starter, something like that. So don't write more than 1 to 2 sentences. Worry about being too specific. You don't have an exact job in mind. So trying to be like, what are you good at? What are skills that are translatable in a job? So you're going to put those down. So I'm just going to say We're just going to do a couple things like this. I wanted to just show you what it looks like. Education, you're going to go through this. It's going to tell you all about what you need to do for education. So I've already edited this, but I can add a new education. I'm going to put my school name in, my credentials, where it's from, when I started that school, if it's ongoing, meaning I'm still taking that school, or if I ended, anything that I want to know, like, hey, I honorable mention or honor roll all 4 years or whatever like that. You can put those things in. So once you're done, you're going to hit add for that. So you'll type all this stuff in, hit add. Once you hit add, it'll show up like this. CHS, so I did this one already, diploma. And then I'm going to hit the check mark, and then the update resume is going to show up. So that means it's going to update onto my thing. Now I go to skills. It's the same kind of process. You're going to add new skills. What are you good at? You're going to write down whatever skills you have. Okay? And if I hit add, I can type in something. I can also, if I've already picked out skills that in my about me section, if I picked out, I can select those skills that I think I have, that I've put out there, and I can update it. Work experience, same thing. I'm going to add an experience, add a new one, put it in whatever job I have. And then once I hit once I hit the add button, it'll show up down here, and then I'll just select it and hit update. So I just put Happy Jess, not Happy Joe's, Happy Jess. It's a different restaurant than Happy Joe's. Work experience showing up there. So you want to put as many work experiences, jobs you have. Volunteer experiences, if you have some, do the same thing. Add a new, put that in, click add when if you're still doing it or whatever, then you can click on it. So dog walker, helping people out, helping dogs out. So as soon as we get down to here, now we're going to get into awards and achievements, activities and interests. So awards and achievements are things that you have earned over time that are notable. You're going to add them in. So maybe you were captain of the volleyball team. Maybe you were a 2-time state wrestling champion. Maybe you were, something important, like you won MVP of your team. Those are sports related, but maybe you were the lead in the musical. Maybe you are the president of student council. Those are things that you want to make sure you hit on. Okay, high honor roll, whatever. So some of those great ones to put in there. Once you're done, you're going to hit add to that also, and then you're going to select it. So here, volleyball captain. I'm going to update my resume. So I haven't put in a lot of details here. You want to put more detail in some of these areas, but this is just kind of a quick overview. The same thing with your activities and interests. You can hit add new. You can type in them, and you can add them in. Or if you have interests already picked out on that About Me section, they'll show up right here. And you can select the ones that you want to put on your resume. So once I have all of that kind of gone down, you can see it's kind of filled up. You can be done, but what we really want you to do is download that resume. So if I'm going to download this resume, if it'll let me, there we go. You can download it as a PDF or download it as a text document. I'd say do it as a PDF because it'll look a little nicer. And as you go, it'll pop up over here. And here you are, a printed out, ready to go resume. Now, like I said, mine is just very plain and made up, but you can see that it would be really well set up and have a lot of stuff here, especially if I have my objective up here, like what I'm really good at, my name and all that stuff. So pretty easy to do. Please take some time to build a good resume, and over the next couple of years, you'll have chances to update it and add things to it. Thanks.